Corpbiz.
Hello everyone, this is Muskan Verma and today I am here to give an overview of regulations governing the Pollution Control Board certificate for asbestos product manufacturing. But before proceeding with the authorization process, we need to understand what actually is asbestos. Asbestos is a naturally occurring mineral that is found in rock and soil all over the world. It naturally occurs in fibrous minerals whose long fibers are woven and spun together to make material which is flexible, solid, and resistant to most acid, solvents, and heat. Asbestos is used in many everyday products like plaster, roofing tar fells, slidings or shingles, sheetrock taping, mud and texture coats, vinyl, floor tiles, sheets, adhesives, ceiling tiles, etc. Although asbestos have many uses as already listed above, but because of its properties of being small and invisible to the eye, it remains in the environment for more extended period of time, that is ingested in human body, causing health and environmental problems. Because of these reasons, manufacturers are mandated and required to acquire pollution board certificate for asbestos product. So let's understand what are the health impact of asbestos. Asbestos present at the manageable rate in the environment does not pose much danger to human life. But product that contain asbestos which is not adequately managed or which is discarded without proper regulation during the process of demolition or renovation or vehicle maintenance or any other activity involving the manufacturing of the product have a potential of releasing asbestos fiber and making it airborne, which can have detrimental impact on human respiratory system and lungs, which is irreversible. Asbestos has severe impact on people who for the short period of time have been exposed to high quantity of asbestos or people who have been exposed to asbestos for more extended period of time in smaller concentrations. According to many research, exposed to asbestos may cause fatal diseases like mesothelioma, which is type of cancer on lining of lungs and abdominal cavity, and asbestosis, which is type of scarring of lungs that impact breathing and lung diseases. Asbestos, along with having detrimental impact on human body, does also have negative impact on environment. Asbestos released during demolition, mining or manufacturing activities to the environment contaminates not only air and water but also ground where it is distributed through the air. Asbestos, when mixed with air, remains suspended for more than extended period of time, which is further carried away out to the outlying areas by the wind and even water if it mixed with water bodies. Since it is not biodegradable and does not disintegrate, it remains for more extended period of time in environment, posing severe threat to human health and atmosphere. When now that we have realized that how asbestos have negative impact on human body and environment, the government have mandated that the manufacturers are essentially required to acquire various licenses and certificates to regulate and manage the production of asbestos. So, the Pollution Control Board certificate for asbestos product is governed by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change as well as the Central Pollution Control Board, which is regulated under Air and Water Act. Documents that are required for pollution board certificate for asbestos are basically divided into two parts. First is consent to establish. According to Air and Water Act, for acquiring pollution control license, one has to submit the following documents. First is your registration, lease or sale deed. Second is your detailed project report. Third is your layout plan or site plan. Fourth is your GST certificate. Fifth is your Aadhaar card. Sixth is your copy of self-declaration form with signatures. Now for the second certificate, which is consent to operate, according to Air and Water Act, one has to submit the documents like electricity bill, rent agreement or lease agreement, PAN card, Aadhaar card, municipality industrial licenses, health trade license, site plan, layout, CA letters, etc. Process of authorization for both the certificate is pretty much similar, where one has to submit the completed application with the mandated document according to Form 1 to the stipulated authorities. Once the document is submitted, it is scrutinized thoroughly by these authorities for any fault or misdemeanors. Once the authorization application is reviewed by the authorities, the authorization certificate is granted to the manufacturer for establishment and operation of the manufacturing plant. Apart from certificate to establish and certificate to operate, one also has to get authorization under Hazardous Waste Management, Handling and Transboundary Movement Rules of 2015. In 1989, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change implemented the Hazardous Waste Management Handling Rules to address the increase in hazardous waste by industries and regulates its management. But with an increase in unregulated import and export of its waste, there was seen a need for proper regulation governing that. Therefore, 2008 Hazardous Waste Management, Handling and Transboundary Rules were introduced, which were later again amended in 2015. These rules include regulations relating to responsibility of stakeholders, which stakeholders involved, import and export of hazardous waste, as well as storage, dumping and transportation of the said hazardous waste. These rules also mandate manufacturers to file an application in accordance with the form, including related to grant and renewal of authorization, maintaining records, an application for import or export, application of recovery or co-processing, etc. The documents that are needed under hazardous waste regulation for pollution board certificate for asbestos products are CTO, CTE, Certificate of Incorporation, Memorandum of Association, Article of Association, Board Resolution for appointing an authorized person, Aadhaar card, PAN copy, GST certificate, layout plan, etc. Now let's move forward to the process of authorization. So, under Rule 6 of Hazardous Waste Management Rule, application for authorization is prescribed under Form 1 of State Pollution Control Board or Pollution Control Committee, which is submitted with a stipulated document. Once the application is submitted, the inquiry is conducted, depending upon which the report is made, which is scrutinized further by the authorities or the committee which is mandated by the authority. According to that report, the hazardous waste rule certificate is provided to the manufacturer. So, for more details about the registration process, the renewal process or the additional licenses that are required for regulations governing the Pollution Control Board certificate for asbestos product, you can check our blog published on our Corpbiz website. So that concludes our video on regulations governing Pollution Control Board for asbestos product manufacturing. For more such information and queries, you may contact Corpbiz for detail provided below. At Corpbiz, we have excellent team of experts who can assist you regarding various environmental services. You can also comment down below on any query that you may have. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel and thank you.